Hey, what's up, everybody? We are live. We are here. Happy Thursday. I hope you all had a wonderful Halloween. And we are pumped and ready to go for this training today. So just spoiler alert, I am going to give some freebies out for your participation, for your engagement. So I will be asking specifically if you can type some answers in the chat. If you are here live, go ahead and get started. Get your points. Let me know if you're here live. Just say, hey, give me an emoji. If you're catching this on the replay, let me know, #replay. I won't be choosing a winner until tomorrow. So I'll give you replay people time to catch up, but I will be also rewarding all of you that are fully engaged and giving me your honest feedback throughout today's training, because ultimately your participation will allow you to implement so much easier. So if you really want this help, if you really want this guidance, and chances are, if you're one of my people that voted and said that you have a very difficult time staying consistent with your fitness routine through the holiday season, guess what? I'm going to give you my honest training and my tips and tricks on how to stay consistent, not just through the holiday season, but through the entire year. Because who wants to be consistent for 6 weeks at a time, 8 weeks at a time, 3 months at a time, right? Nobody has time for that. If you go all in and you fall off, so you're all in for 2 weeks, but then you fall off for 2 weeks, is that consistency? So I'm going to be fully transparent. I'm going to be giving you some tough love today, because there's enough people in your life that are going to just literally tell you shit that you want to hear over and over. That's what your friends are for. That's what maybe your family members are for. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give you the real talk, okay? I'm going to hold the mirror up. That's what we do in the coaching world. So give me that permission to be real with you. I'm going to give you the facts, and then we're going to move forward. So this is your out. If you're not an action-oriented person, and if you're not willing to participate, totally fine. Here's your out. Go ahead and maybe remove yourself from this training. If you actually want to improve, if you want to see an improvement and you're willing and ready to implement, stay with me, because I've got you covered for today. Okay. First of all, why are we talking about this? Well, I put a poll out, and this was number 1. Okay. Of all of the challenges that we face during the holiday season, temptation, all or nothing, what were some of the others? My calorie deficit is no longer realistic this time of year. This was the most voted upon. Therefore, this is going to be the first part of my training series, okay? All of the others will be covered. I'm going to have some bonus trainings for you as well, so stay tuned. But for today, we're focusing on how do I maintain a healthy fitness routine during the holidays. And why is this important? Why is this important? Well, having a healthy routine balances us, it centers us. It's important to us. If it's your priority and you're just not fitting it in because maybe it wasn't realistic in the first place, or maybe you weren't really giving yourself enough time to be consistent in the first place, we're going to manage those expectations and make sure that you're all in with your fitness consistency, and nothing really is going to stand in your way of maintaining that consistency, whether it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, 4th of July, Mother's Day, whatever it is, okay? Because here's the deal. Life happens, okay? So are we actually talking about what happens during the holiday season, or is it what's been going on the past 3 months? What's been going on the past 6 months? All right, we're going to take a hard look at your patterns and see what we can draw conclusions from so that we can create the most manageable expectations for ourselves going forward that still aligns us with where we want to be, okay? So first things first, okay? I want to know, type it in the chat, in the comments, here's what I want to know. How many days a week are you currently exercising? There's a caveat to this question, and I'm going to get to it. But that's what I want to know first. How many days a week are you exercising? You can give me a range if you'd like. 3 to 4 is fine. 5 to 6, I'll just give you options. I'll give you options to make it super simple. Are you a 1 to 2 day a week person? Are you a 3 to 4 times a week person? Are you a 5 to 6 times a week person? I'll give you a minute to pop it in the chat. I am a straight up 4 to 5 times a week person. A very easy answer for me. Here is the caveat though. Here's the caveat. How often does your frequency change? Are you 3 to 4 times a week some weeks, followed up with weeks of 0 to 1? Are you a 5 to 6 time a week person for 3 to 4 weeks straight? And then we've got 2 weeks of nothing. I want you to be honest here, and I'll be more specific with you. Over the last 3 months, so we're looking in the rear view, in the last 3 months, how often has your frequency changed? So if you're telling me you exercise for 3 to 4 days a week, but you review over the last 3 months, so we're just in November, all right? So let's go back. October, September. What's going on in August? Okay? What's going on the end of the summer, beginning of school year, throughout the month of October? The last 3 months. I want to know how many times that frequency has changed already. And that's going to lift the curtain on a couple things. That's going to tell us that your frequency may not be the frequency that you think it is, but more importantly, is it the frequency that's realistic for your lifestyle? And that might be a hard truth to stare in the face if you are looking at your patterns. But I would not be doing my job, and I'd be doing you a disservice if we didn't shed light on that today in this training, and if I didn't lift the mirror up and say, are we 100% consistent? Or do we have inconsistency going on, which is creating unrealistic expectations for your fitness routine? And the reason I'm asking this is simple, guys. It's simple. I work with clients every single day. Do you know how often and how simple it might be for somebody to just follow a 12-week fitness routine without ebbs and flows, without any excuses, without any vacations, without any unplanned days off? Doesn't happen, okay? Doesn't happen. Sickness, injury, put that aside. Sickness and injury are outside of your control, okay? So I'm not talking about the rare occasions that your kids get sick and you catch, whatever it is, and you're out of commission for 3 to 4 days. So your whole, 3 to 4 time a week frequency is shot in those instances. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is, if you look at the past 3 months, where are your patterns and what is the consistency for real in your fitness routine? I want to know. Okay? Give me your honest answer. So, all of my people that commented, your frequency, if you have absolutely zero changes, I'm going to be following up with you. I'm going to be following up. I want to ask you give us your secret. Give us your secret on how and why you're so consistent and what makes it work. I already know the answer, but I want to hear from y'all, okay? I'll give you a perfect example. I recently onboarded a new client who probably goes to Orange Theory twice a week. I think weekends, that was her thing. Busy mom, working full time. Okay. So very, very, very inconsistent. So some weeks she would make it twice. All summer though, it was not happening. Okay. It was not happening. So when we connected in the beginning of the school year, that was her big goal. Her big goal was to create that consistency in her fitness structure. So I said to her, listen, instead of going to Orange Theory for 2 hours out of your week, if it's just not happening, if you're not planning that extra time in for your commute and then your commute back and then the time that you need to then get ready for work and get out the door. If it's just not happening, could we instead slice that time in half and give you 4 exercise durations? You're increasing your frequency, but decreasing your exercise time. Does that sound realistic? Absolutely. 30-minute workout versus 60-minute workout in my house, no commute, no problem. No excuses there, right? No excuses. So your duration of your workout has a very strong influence on your frequency, okay? Inherently, I have nothing against Orange Theory. Okay, I have nothing against Beachbody. I have nothing against these burn boot camps. Nothing at all. What I'm saying, though, is if it's just not fitting into your life consistently, if you can go hard for, let's say, 6 weeks at a time, but you completely fall off the other 6 weeks, is there any real progress being made in that 12-week duration or not? It's a simple question. So my philosophy is when it fits into your life, it fits. Period. End of story. Doesn't matter if the holidays are around the corner. Doesn't matter if summer is here. If it fits into your life, and if it's manageable and sustainable, it will fit. Period. End of story. If you're looking to force it, though, if you're looking to get to Orange Theory 4 times a week and you've been showing up 0 times a week, guess what? Orange Theory, again, nothing against it. It may not even be the method that you need to do what you're looking to do. If you're looking to tone your body, then you're not going to do that by going to Orange Theory, even twice a week, right? But so I said to my client, hey, let's split the difference here. Maybe you get to Orange Theory non-negotiable once a week, okay? So that's 1 hour a week you dedicate to your fitness outside of the house. Your workout environment is very, very important. If you've got your social circle, you've got, your peeps, whatever, you like your instructor, great. Let's split the difference and let's say you get there once a week. But you have to complement that routine with a more strength-based routine. In her example, she's looking to tone. So that's what we did. We managed 1 workout outside of the house. That workout was important to her and she liked her friends and it gave her accountability, got her out of the house for once a week. And that's what's realistic for her right now as a working full-time mother with kids involved in sports. I said the other 2 workouts you're going to slice in half and you're going to break them out. Okay, so 30 minutes over the course of your week for 3 workouts in your home, and then you get to Orange Theory. Perfect. Done. No problems, right? Because when it fits, there's nothing that's going to derail you. But the problem is, most of us think that if we're not getting to the gym 5 days a week, it's not worth it, right? Put something in the chat if that thought ever crossed your mind. If I'm not getting to the gym 5 to 6 times a week, I might as well not go, right? And this is where we have weeks where we nail it and weeks where we don't get shit done, okay? Because it's just not realistic for you, especially if you're a busy working mom. Shit, if you're a stay-at-home mom, I wouldn't be getting to the gym. If I had to get to the gym to work out, I get to the gym once a week, if that. Okay? Workouts in my basement for 30 minutes, no problem. Easy peasy. I can get up 30 minutes before my alarm 4 times a week. Absolutely no problem, right? Absolutely no problem. So here's my question to you. Of your current frequency, right? Your current frequency, is there some restructuring that we can do within your program as a whole to ensure that your workouts are doable? Maybe if it's the gym 1 day a week, what can we do the other 3 days a week at home to complement maybe that longer full body workout in the gym, right? Let's say we nail our 1 full body session in the gym. We got a little extra time on a Saturday. I don't know who has that, but let's say you have that extra time. Could we then carve out 3 other 30-minute blocks at home to complement that 1 workout that we get in the gym? Could you wake up 30 minutes before your alarm 3 times a week? I want you to answer that question. Actually answer it yes or no. And if it's no problem. Okay, no problem. But if it's a yes, if you could get up an extra 30 minutes before your alarm, knowing that 30 minutes consistently every single week will get you much closer to your end goal than it ever would if you were going balls to the wall for 3 weeks at a time, 4 weeks at a time, and then nothing for 3 weeks on the back end. Would you sacrifice that? Would you commit to that? If you could commit to that logically in your mind, because listen, we all say, I don't want to hear this. I can't get up 30 minutes before because I'm just not a morning person, but I'll get it done in the afternoon, or I'll get it done in the evening. Name one time you said you were going to get it done in the afternoon or the evening and you actually did. Never happened. If you're a mom, I'm telling you right now, didn't happen. Period. End of story. I love that. You're talking yourself into something. It's never going to happen, right? I'm not a morning person and I don't claim to be, but listen. If you don't carve out that workout alarm 30 minutes before your normal wake up time, which is not that significant when you think about it, it's not ever going to get done any other time of the day, right? Like, it's just never going to happen, okay? So now that we've got that out of the way, here's what I want you to consider. What I want you to consider is this. There is no right or wrong frequency that's going to magically give you the end result that you're looking for, right? Full transparency. 3 to 4 exercise sessions a week is not necessarily less than 5 to 6, okay? The people that work out 5 to 6 days a week, that's great, that's wonderful, but I can bet any amount of money that has been the routine for a very long time, okay? Maybe some of you are on this call, okay? If you've been a 5 to 6 time a week person forever, no matter what, unless you're having a baby, that is your routine, then I'll ask you a follow-up. How long has that been your routine? I'm going to bet years. I would bet a paycheck on it, okay? But here's the thing. If you are not there yet, the 3 to 4 session a week frequency is not necessarily less than 5 to 6. It's just a different structure, okay? It's just a different structure. So if that is where you're at, then great. How can you restructure that frequency to capitalize on the work that you're doing within those workouts? I'll give you an example. If you're currently doing 3 workouts a week, but they're all HIIT workouts, HIIT or some sort of cardio weaved in, and you started this frequency 7 months ago, you saw results initially, but now you're not seeing any more results. That's because your body adapts very quickly to HIIT and cardio. That's just the nature of what the body does, right? So if you're 7 months into that routine, you haven't seen results, or worse, you're seeing more fat storage in your body than ever, usually the midsection, okay? That's a lot of the time where I see clients like, I've got this lower belly like pouch now, and all I do is HIIT workouts and undereat, and I can't figure it out. Well, that's the reason, okay? That's the reason, because your cortisol is up, you're not recovering well, and you're putting a ton of stress on the body without recovering. And it's also just plain not the right structure for what you're looking to do if you're looking to tone, right? But could you then flip it to one upper body, one lower body, one full body, one upper body, and one lower body? 3 30-minute sessions instead. 100%. You can 100% change your structure. I have a full video on how to do this, right? The best workout split for every frequency, whether that's 2 workouts a week, 3 workouts a week, 4 workouts a week, or 5 workouts a week, okay? And I don't recommend more than 5. I don't, right? I don't recommend being that 6 time a week person. You've got to get recovery in your structure, right? People think the work that I put in gives me the result. It's the opposite. It's the work with the recovery that gives you the best result. And if you are not it's very difficult to do that when you work out 6 times a week, plain and simple. I just don't recommend it. But I do have specific workout splits for every frequency, 2 sessions a week at the bare minimum, okay? At the bare minimum. Could you commit to waking up 30 minutes before your alarm twice a week? I can almost guarantee you, bet any amount of money that most of you will say yes to that, okay? Regardless, if we're going into Christmas week, could you still carve out 2 30-minute session blocks within a given week on a consistent basis? Especially if you're coming from the world of no exercise at all. Let's say you're postpartum or coming off an injury or haven't worked out in years or whatever. Okay, could you commit to that with the intention that you nail that frequency and that consistency, and you put in that solid foundation to then build upon it? So instead of creating unrealistic expectations, trying to fit in 5 workouts a week when it's just not realistic for your lifestyle yet, that's okay. Don't judge it. That's where you're at, okay? But that's what people do. They go from 0 days a week to 5 then they fail, then they get frustrated, then they try to start over, and then 6 months goes by. What I'm asking you to do is exactly what I ask my clients to do. Could you commit to the bare minimum and get yourself in a solid routine for 3 to 4 weeks before you're adding another exercise day to that frequency? Again, it's a matter of changing the structure, okay? So there really is no right or wrong, all right? Great news. If you're already in that 3 to 5 day a week area and you're just trying to figure out the right structure to get the right recovery, to get the most out of that time that you're already putting into your fitness, great. Comment below training, the word training, and I will give you that training that I set up in the summer about how to create your ideal split. All right. But I need you to be honest first about how many days we're committing currently to our fitness, what has gone on in the last 3 months that has disrupted that routine, so that we can create some realistic, manageable expectations and create a foundation that we can build upon. Because if you're doing it the right way, it should be like building a house. You lay the foundation first, and then you start building the house. If there's a crack in the foundation, then everything falls to shit, okay? So I'm asking you to be super honest and realistic with your expectations, okay? But comment training if you miss that, if you need that, if you're one of my people that's very, very consistent, you've always been, and you're just looking for the right structure, great, I've got you covered. Okay, so I hope this has been helpful for you. My homework is for you to go out and diagnose what your frequency is or what you want it to be, okay? So maybe what you want it to be long-term is not necessarily going to be what it looks like for the beginning. So if you've been inconsistent or if you just have not gotten started, then I want to ask you honestly, could you commit to 2 30-minute workouts in your week, no matter what, whether it's the week of Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, whatever? Could you carve out 2 30-minute sessions in your week to exercise? If the answer is yes, great. Set that intention, create that commitment, and create the foundation that you can build upon, okay? 2 exercise sessions a week. I know it's not sexy. I know that it's not sexy, but I have seen more bomb-ass transformations start with 2 days a week, ending your year. Let's think long-term. I'm not talking about a 6-week challenge. I'm not asking who can drop the most weight throughout the holiday season. That's not what this group is. This group is about sustainability. So I'm asking you to think long term. Let's say summer. Can you commit to 2 exercise sessions a week currently and then build upon that foundation? Maybe by summer, you're at 4 to 5 sessions a week. You've now lost inches, you've decreased body fat, you've improved your muscle mass, you've improved your body composition. Now you're going to head into summer with this hot mom-ass bod that you've never unveiled before in your life. That sounds sexy to me, okay? So maybe starting out at 2 sessions isn't sexy, but where could that lead you potentially? Where could that leave you? Could that transform your life? I've seen it happen. I've been there. I've witnessed the transformation. So I know that it's possible. But I'm asking you, do you think that's possible for you too? If you have any questions, if you need more clarity on how to restructure, how to shrink your workout duration down and spread things out in order to serve you at a much higher level, in order to get a much higher return on the time that you're investing in your fitness, in order to weave in more recovery to get you the best results, My DMs are open as always. Shoot me a message, leave me a comment, and I am happy to work with you.